All right, hello everybody, and welcome to the channel, and welcome to this video. I'm Hijo de Amigo, and we're playing some Fight Night 2004 today. That's right, we're playing Fight Night 2004. I'm a big fan of this game, and I love boxing in general. And speaking of boxing in general, this past Saturday, there was a big heavyweight championship fight that had a controversial ending. The reigning, defending, unified heavyweight world champion, Oleksandr Usyk, he took on the challenge of a crossover athletes, so to speak, the former long reigning glory kickboxing heavyweight champion, Rico Verhoeven. So before the fight, a lot of people were looking at it as kind of a freak show fight. You know, you've got this boxer taking on a kickboxer. You know, a lot of people weren't giving Rico Verhoeven much of a chance. There you see my Oleksandr Usyk created fighter. But it ended up being a fight that was... Well, hold on here. This is loud. It ended up being a more competitive fight than anyone would have expected it to be. With Rico Verhoeven having a lot of success against the world champion. And yeah, so it was a very close fight. Oleksandr Usyk did have success in some parts of the fight. But yeah, it had a very controversial ending. And that is why we are going to be re-simulating the fight here in Fight Night 2004. Just to show you guys, we're going to be doing this on hard difficulty. And you know what? Yeah, let's bump up the round left to 3 minutes. So we're going to be going with a real-time clock. All right, so here we are. We're about to simulate the fight. Let's see the fighters walk out. Very strange for the champion to be walking out first, but here is Oleksandr Usyk, the Ukrainian fighter. He was the undisputed heavyweight champion. He is now a unified champion. He didn't actually lose the belt in the ring. I think that's an important distinction to make. Okay, and now here comes his opponents. The decade-long reigning and defending glory kickboxing heavyweight champion of the world, now turned boxer, Rico Verhoeven. You know, I'm actually very familiar with Rico Verhoeven. So when this fight was announced, I was very intrigued. I'm a big fan of kickboxing and glory kickboxing especially. So I've seen many Rico Verhoeven fights. Oh, I have the voiceovers off, so we're just gonna skip this. Oh yeah, I've watched a ton of Rico Verhoeven fights. So when this fight was announced, I was very intrigued. I saw people's reactions to the fight, and not a lot of people were people did not seem very excited about it. For one, they were like, why is this kickboxer getting a world heavyweight title shot? Which I agree. Why was he getting a title shot in the first place? But also, a lot of people kind of were picking out the fact that Rico Verhoeven, if you look at his kickboxing record, despite all of his success and all of his wins and his decade-long reign with the title, he didn't have many knockouts on his record. So yeah, a lot of people were quick to point that out, and you know, I'm not a big fan of that kind of criticism of fighters. I think it's a bit unfair to Rico Verhoeven to be like, this guy's not a good fighter because he doesn't knock out all of his opponents. Because as somebody who's actually watched his kickboxing matches, he was a very dominant champion. A lot of these fights where he won decisions, he really like outworked these guys. He tore their legs up. He's a very dexterous leg kicker, I'll say. He's very creative. He'll kick you on the inside and the outside of both legs if you let him. But yeah, I didn't feel like people were giving him enough credit. But even I did not expect him to have as much success against Oleksandr Usyk as he did. Oh, nice counter there from Usyk. He's landing some shots while we're over here busy talking. Oh, and they trade there. But yeah, not too many people were giving Verhoeven a lot of credit or a lot of chance against Usyk. But yeah, he proved a lot of people wrong on Saturday night, for sure. Oh, and yeah, you see here, Oleksandr Usyk, he's doing quite a bit of damage to Verhoeven in this round. These are my created fighters. I did give Usyk a bit more power. Oh my god, clean uppercut landed there. I did give him more power. I think that's fair. You know, even though he's a bit smaller than Verhoeven, he was definitely doing more damage when he landed punches, I'd say, in the fight. And they both just miss a bunch of punches to close out the round. Snapped his whole head back with that uppercut. My god. All right, we're entering the second round. But I guess, yeah, I guess I should talk about why the fight was so controversial. Essentially what was happening is I feel like it was a combination of two things. One, Rico Verhoeven performed better than anybody would have thought. A lot of people saw that he only had one previous boxing match on his record. They didn't expect him to come out and even provide a challenge for Usyk, I'd say. And, you know, he was in there, he was landing shots, he was moving around. I didn't think his defense looked all that great, but, you know, he was doing all right. So I would say that's one factor. But the other factor was Oleksandr Usyk. He had let's say an uncharacteristically lethargic performance against Rico. He didn't look like the guy that beat Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, and Daniel Dubois. For whatever reason, whether he didn't take the fight seriously or maybe he's harboring some injuries we don't know about. For whatever reason, he just didn't look quite himself in the ring. I thought he looked a bit flat. But yeah, Rico Verhoeven was able to have a bunch of success. A lot of people thought he was winning most of the rounds. But then yeah, Usyk kind of rallied back. He hurt Verhoeven really bad at the end of the 10th round. Caught him with a big left-hand shot that kind of sent Verhoeven falling into the ropes. And then in the 11th round, he was able to catch him with a peach of a shot, a beautiful lead uppercut that face planted Rico. And of course, Rico, he was able to make it back up. He got some extra time to recover by spitting out his mouthpiece, veteran move. But then, yeah, Oleksandr Usyk immediately swarmed him when he was once the fight was restarted. But yeah, unfortunately, the referee stepped in to stop the fight, but a lot of people thought it was unjust. A lot of people thought that the fight, you know, should have been allowed to continue on to the next round. All right, and speaking of rounds, this one is coming to a close here. I'm not gonna lie, I was so busy yapping in that round that I have no clue who won it. All right, here we go, round 3. Yeah, you know, I really think the ending of the fight was almost, it felt like a worst case scenario for everyone involved. You know, had the referee, because there's been plenty of fights before where a fighter goes to their corner, the referee or the doctor come over, they check on the fighter and they say, no, this guy can't continue, we're stopping the fight. Had that happened, I'm sure people would have been upset, but I don't think it would be seen as so controversial as this. But what happened here instead was the bell rang to sound the end of the round, and then the referee stepped in to stop it. And yeah, so it kind of, On one hand, I feel like it was bad for Rico Verhoeven. Obviously, he didn't get to fight the 12th round. You know, we don't know what would have happened had they continued. Maybe he would have found the way to win that round, or and potentially win the fight. But it also feels bad for Usyk because even though he scored a TKO win here, a lot of people think that it's an illegitimate win. A lot of people don't like the way it went down. So yeah, kind of just a worst case scenario ending to an otherwise very entertaining fight. Yeah, hopefully we get a better conclusion here. There is in fact no referee in the ring to stop the fight early. Ooh, they trade punches there. Well, the action kind of slowing down a bit here. The champion. Oh, well, I was gonna say the champion Usyk. Oh, the champion Usyk content to be on the back foot, but then he stepped in and just landed two left hands. Oh, and there's a big right from Verhoeven though. Oh, nice combination from Usyk. Oh, nice little exchange there. I think Verhoeven actually got the better of that. All right, end the round. Again, I'm not sure who won that round. I have no clue. I kind of wish I thought ahead of time and turned on the commentator, because he kind of lets you know who's winning. But yeah, it's too late now. Can't go back. All right, round 4. Ooh, Usyk on point with the head movement there, dodging all those shots and landing a couple of his own. You know, that's kind of stuff I expected Usyk to do in real life against Rico Verhoeven. But yeah, he just didn't look like himself. He looked very flat. His defense didn't look as good as it normally does. When he was throwing punches, his hand speed looked better than Rico's, and he was definitely hitting with more power. But I don't know, for a lot of the fight, he just wasn't pulling the trigger, it felt like. You know, there was a moment pretty early on. I want to say in like the 3rd or 4th round. Ooh, big shot there from Usyk. There was a moment in the fight pretty early on where he it looked like he hurt Rico with a clean uppercut. Kind of had Rico on the back on his back foot for a second. And I'm thinking, you know, oh, Usyk, you know, he's got the timing, he's found his range, he's gonna turn it up now, he's gonna take over the fight. And then he just didn't. Then he just kind of went back into the sloth mode. Just wasn't fighting the way he normally does. I don't know. It's kind of it almost feels unfair to say it was a bad performance when he beat the guy by TKO, but you know, he set a very high standard in his past fights. Oh, nice body work there by Usyk. Right now, both guys kind of trying to find the range again, measuring one another. Oh, they both miss. Oh, Rico lands. Oh, Usyk. You know, I've got to say, I think Usyk won this round. Just looking at the life bars, even, it seems like he won this round. Oh. I was gonna say nice combination by Usyk, but then he kind of he ate a bunch of shots there. What? Never mind. Maybe he didn't win the round. All right, we entered the 5th round as Verhoeven walked straight into a left hand by Usyk. Oh, he lands a nice uppercut there. You know, now that I've given you guys my my amateur analysis on the fight, I don't have much to say, so I think I'm just gonna call this action here, if that's okay with you guys. I realize it's kind of hard to stretch out talking about one fight for 30 minutes. I don't know how these podcasters do it. Oh, Usyk showing that his defensive prowess there, dodging the punch and coming back with one of his own. Oh, and there you see he catches a punch, but immediately answers back. Oh, it looked like Verhoeven was about to get something going there, but then Usyk counters him hard to the body. Yeah, and Usyk just not letting Rico have anything, really. Just kind of trying to win every exchange. All right, he definitely lost that one. All right, yeah, Rico looking a little better here. You know, one thing I will say about Rico Verhoeven in boxing, compared to kickboxing, is he does not fight like that in kickboxing. He definitely doesn't stand as hunched over. You know, he was kind of he was doing this thing where his head was really crouched forward, so he was kind of giving away his height advantage. But yeah, I feel like in kickboxing, he's more of a distance management kind of guy. You know, he likes to keep you at range with his leg kicks and his teeps and his punches, like jabs and straights. But in boxing, he was kind of he was kind of doing this weird thing where he would be coming in behind these like flappy kind of punches, just kind of flicking the jab out there, not kind of non-committally as he was coming in to try to land a bigger punch. And yeah, it kind of worked out for him a bit until he ran into an uppercut. But yeah, well, he didn't look that bad. Oh, both guys faint there. Oh, a shot after the bell. Dirty. Wow, yeah, we see here they've thrown the exact same amount of punches, but Usyk has landed 12 more. Pretty close fight so far, according to the numbers. All right, round 6. Oh, Usyk right away eating a big right hand. Oh, a pair of right hooks from Usyk there. That was beautiful. Yeah, they're both playing footsies in there. They're both trying to find the perfect range to land their shot. Oh, beautiful counter from the champion. Dodged that uppercut and came with a big right hand, big left hand hook. Oh. Oh, he kind of got reckless there. Walked right into a bunch. You know, Usyk's stamina kind of getting a little low. That's an interesting wrinkle to this fight. We'll see if it actually plays that much of a factor. Oh, nice body shot by Rico. Oh, nice body shot by Usyk this time. You know, it seems like both men looking a little tired in there. Just whiffing punches in front of each other. Well, neither able to find the mark. Oh, Usyk closes out the round in style, landing a nice uppercut to an otherwise ending an otherwise dull round. All right, here we are entering round 7. Oh, Usyk. Oh, I was about to say, yeah, backing himself into the corner there. You definitely don't want to do that against a man as big as Rico Verhoeven. You know, that was another thing I was kind of impressed by Rico Verhoeven during the fight. He was doing a great job of just using his size to his advantage. You know, whenever he was able to clinch up with Usyk, he was really he was really kind of bullying him in there. You know, he was like leaning on him. He was putting his arm over around his head to kind of put his weight on him. He was using his forearms, just getting a little rough and tough with him. You know, playing a little dirty. Usyk tries a big shot and it just gets easily buried there. Yeah, that kind of impressed me. I thought it was a smart tactic by Rico. Oh, nice shots landed by Rico Verhoeven there. He's kind of winning this round here. You know, this Rico Verhoeven created fighter, I know from the front of his face, it doesn't really look like him. I'm sorry. I tried my best to make it as close as I could, but it doesn't really look like him. But when you look at him from like a side angle during the fight, it doesn't look that bad. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't look that bad. Same with Usyk. You know, if you squint, if you cover one of your eyes and you squint with the other, and no. Yeah, just giving myself a little credit here. Oh, and Usyk busted open. Oh, Rico, he needs to he needs to do a better job of selecting these punches. You know, he's wasting his stamina whipping these uppercuts here. And it's like, you know, establish the jab, brother. Establish the jab. All right, that was again a pretty low action round, but I'd say Rico Verhoeven took that one for sure. All right, round 8. We're going into deep waters. Both guys being a little less aggressive than they were earlier in the fight. Oh, nice counter by Rico. You know, I think another point to bring up about Usyk versus Rico. A lot of people were pointing out that if you watch Rico Verhoeven's kickboxing career, there was a good amount of fights where we saw him get rocked or dropped by a big shot and then come back and either knock the guy out or just come back and win the fight anyways by decision. So yeah, it really is a shame that the referee ended the fight when they did. You know, because I would have, to be fair, Rico did get like He did get like 20 extra seconds to recover from getting knocked down because he spat out his mouthpiece, which you're definitely not supposed to do, but you know, people get away with it. It happens in kickboxing too. But yeah, you know, he's a guy who really leans on his fitness and his recovery ability in a lot of these fights. So I'm like, you know, there's a world where the fight continues into the 12th round. Rico Verhoeven recovers. He wins the round somehow and takes the decision. I think that could have potentially happened, although I don't know that it was the most likely outcome. I do think if it went to the 12th round, Usyk would have found a way to finish him because you know, he's Oleksandr Usyk. But you never know. You never know, and we never will know now, thanks to that damn ref. Right, the guys, they're kind of cha-chaing here, back and forth, left and right. Oh, Verhoeven didn't like that comment, starts landing punches immediately. Oh, nice uppercut there. Oh, and a couple of nice hooks landed for Usyk. You know, it really looked like Usyk was fully in control earlier in this fight, but now that both men seem to be low on stamina, things really have seem to have evened up. All right, you see here, Usyk leading the amount of punches thrown now and landed. So technically ahead, according to the stats. But we know the numbers don't always tell the full story. All right, we start round 9. Usyk already landing a couple of nice shots. Rico Verhoeven, a little, ooh. All right, looking a little vulnerable right now. Kind of just eating everything that Usyk's throwing at him. Might want to focus up, tighten up his defense. Oh, huge counter by Usyk there, and a nice body shot. Nice work from the champion there. He did take a few jabs to the face, but I think it was I think he won the trade. You see the blood flying off Rico Verhoeven's face as he gets punched there. Oh, and he eats a few more. All right, this is a better round from Usyk, I'd say. It seemed like Rico Verhoeven was kind of taking over the past couple rounds, but Usyk definitely bringing it back here. Although there's still a minute left to go, so you don't know. Rico really looking for those rear hand body shots here. Oh, and lands a nice lead hook. Kind of stunned Usyk for a second there. He ate the shot and just stood there. All right, both guys looking a little tired at this point as we're heading for the end of the round. Oh, a little post-bell action there. All right, round 10. Oh, Usyk looking a bit aggressive right off the bat. Ooh. All right, Usyk kind of came out hot in this round, but it seems like Verhoeven has been landing the better blows here. Oh, Usyk lands a decent shot there, though. All right, so far I'd still say Rico probably winning this round, but there's definitely some time left for either man to pull ahead here. Oh, nice combination by Rico, meeting Usyk coming in. Oh, and yeah, they're landing 4 shots. Is the champion fading? I gotta channel my inner Todd Grisham. Oh, huge punch by the champion, Oleksandr. All right, I can't do that. I can't do it. I love Todd Grisham, but I can't do it. Only Todd Grisham can be Todd Grisham. He's very excited, not that knowledgeable, but that's okay. At least he's enthusiastic. Oh, big miss there by, oh, that one landed from Usyk. Oh, and there's an uppercut. Maybe Usyk trying to bring this round back. And he's definitely gonna need to rally like that if he wants to win these rounds, because they've been very even, I'd say. All right, we've entered the championship rounds. Round 11. Rico Verhoeven landing a nice left hook right off the bat. All right, so far, I think this is anybody's fight. I think if either one of these guys can clinch these last 2 rounds, they've got a good chance at winning the whole thing. Usyk started really strong for the first stanza of the fight. But somewhere in the middle, Rico Verhoeven started having more success. Oh, and there you see both of them exchange a couple of big shots. Usyk landing a nice little combination there, just touching them. And these guys are just kind of going tit for tat at this point. Oh, some nice body work by Rico there. Ooh. I think this might be another round for Verhoeven. Oh, and as I say that, he gets clocked by 2 hooks. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, man. I'm just a guy. I've never claimed to be a boxing expert. I'm just a guy that likes boxing, okay? There's a difference. I'm not trying to prove that I'm smarter than anybody. Oh, a nice ducking under the shot and landing to the body there by Rico. Oh, these guys trying to turn it up here. towards the end of the round, picking up the energy, maybe getting their second or third win here. Also, I've given up trying to guess who's winning this round. They're both landing shots. Oh, clean straight from the champion. I am gonna end a very exciting round 11. All right, here we go. Final round. Round 12. This is what they didn't want you to see in real life. This is what they robbed us of. So we're going to get a definitive winner here. Somebody is going to win this fight, and it is going to be undisputed. It's not going to be controversial at all. Oh, Usyk, he missed the hook there, and then he just threw another one and landed it. If at first you don't succeed, just simply try again. Oh, speaking of hooks, he lands another one. Oh, nice little angle change and combination there by Rico. Will that be enough to sway the judges here? He's eating a lot of shots. Oh, gets another hook to the head there. Usyk having a lot of success with that right hand there, that right hook. Ooh, nice clean defense by Usyk. Oh, and as I say that, he gets tagged. But yeah, clean defense before that. Oh, Verhoeven caught sleeping at the wheel there. Eats a huge left hand. Oh, and just gets out of the way of that shot. Does the champion. Yeah, these guys, they've been giving it everything they have in this fight. Oh, the blood goes flying. Both men exhausted. Both men running low on fumes, but still fighting. I'm trying to make it sound more exciting than it is, but they're still fighting, goddammit. See the audience in the background on their feet. No, don't sit back down. Get back up. Game just wanted me to be wrong. Oh, exchanging punches at the end there. Rico lands a big uppercut. He's got the champion moving backwards. All right, looks like Usyk is trying to come in for a final flurry. Let's see if he can get anything off before the end of the round. All right, and that's going to do it. All right, just like real life, kind of a very close fight. Both men landing a similar amount of punches, both men landing big shots on one another. I truly do not know who's going to get this decision, so let's find out together. Oh, and just like real life, the champion, Oleksandr Usyk, retains his titles. Rico Verhoeven, he's besides himself. The fix was in, man. The fix was in. Oh, wow. Yeah, let's look at these very lopsided scorecards. Usyk, 118 to Rico, 110 on all three of the cards. So maybe there is a little bit of controversy. Maybe the fix was in, it turns out. All right, anyways, that's gonna do it for this fight. I mean, yeah, I was gonna go through round by round and see what was going on, but they gave damn near all the rounds to Usyk. You see here, it seems like in most rounds he landed like a couple more punches. Rico landed a few more here, and yeah, maybe that was enough to make the difference. I don't know. All right, so thank you so much if you watched this. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and catch me on Twitch at Hijo de Amigo. I will catch you next time. All right, take it easy, everybody.